and you're aligned with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast. And in today's episode, this is one where we're going to just relax. I know that a lot of you are with your families, but you know that here in the United States, at least, you know that I'm not going to leave you hanging. I don't care what major holiday it is, minor holiday, it doesn't matter. You're getting an episode on Mondays. And so what I'm going to be doing for you today is I'm giving you some requested journal prompts. You've been wanting the journal prompt and affirmation episodes to come back. There are not any affirmations in today's episode, but I did take the time to come up with some journal prompts for you. But first, we're going to work on that nervous system. Before we do any of that, what I want you to do, because you know that there's not a bunch of ad breaks in the middle here, pause this recording. If you haven't already, if you need something to drink, get something to drink. Okay. If you need water, get yourself some sparkling water. Okay. And when you're ready, hit play, because we are going to relax. I know that the holidays can be a stressful time for many of us. Personally, if I had it my way, I would spend major holidays cooped up in my home. That's where I want to be. I want to be cozy. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm sorry. I don't like traveling to Dallas. It's just not my thing. And, and if you're new to my show, I was raised in Dallas, Texas. So, I try to avoid it as much as I can, but I've talked about that before, so I won't get into it today. But go get your drink, hit pause right now, and come back.
Lua Nova Codes of Manifestation. Códigos de manifestação Lua Nova.
So, starting off with that nervous system, what I want you to do is take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're exhaling all the nonsense, all the BS. I want you to picture yourself in the coziest environment you could ever imagine. Okay? And so what I need you to do in this moment is to notice the softest sound that you can hear right now. Is it the refrigerator humming? Is there a kid playing outside somewhere and you can faintly hear them laughing? Is there an animal somewhere making cute noises? Not the loudest sound, the softest one. Okay? Now, roll your shoulders back for me. About 1%. Okay? Now roll them all the way back. And when they drop, don't let them drop all the way. Stay right there. Just a little bit of a drop. Now drop them all the way. Okay. Are we still doing that? Are we still rolling our shoulders back? Good. That's fine. Can you find one thing in the room that you're in that makes you feel safe? And yes, before you ask, it can be a person. It doesn't have to be a thing. If you were to describe it to me, would you be able to completely describe it or this person in depth? Okay. Place your hand over your heart. Okay. And name the emotion that is sitting closest to your surface. You don't have to say it out loud, but what is the emotion that you are currently feeling just under the surface? All right. Now, can you take another deep breath in for me? And imagine you're smelling something that you absolutely love. Perfume, cookies, your favorite candle, your new puppy. Nothing better than that puppy smell. And exhale as though you are just the most relieved person in the universe. Okay. And with that, let's get to your journal prompts. And if you want to pause this, you can, so that you can write down the journal prompts. They will not be in the show notes because my team is relaxing. So I'm not going to expect them to do that for me. I will be doing the show notes myself. So my apologies if it's extremely short or doesn't sound as great as Santi does. Okay. The first one, I want you to look back over 2025. And in the future, if you're listening to this in 2026, 2027, just put whatever year that you're listening to this in. And I want you to think about one moment where you realize that there was a change in you. Is there a moment? And did anybody else notice this? Okay, so I want you to write about that. What was that? Where was that moment, or what was that moment where you realized something about you changed? And did anybody else notice? It doesn't matter if they did or not. It's just, interesting to think about that maybe people noticed, or maybe they didn't. Maybe only you noticed. Okay. So again, that question is, looking back over 2025, what is the one moment where you realized that something about you changed? And did anybody notice it? Question 2. Over 2025, what is one thing that brought you so much joy, or one person, etc., that brought you so much joy, even on the most difficult days? Okay. So one more time, what is the one joy this 2025 that was consistent for you? Okay. Even on the days that were difficult. You don't have to write that part, just adding that. In 2025, what boundary did you set? Okay. And are you proud that you set that boundary, even though it might have been uncomfortable? I hope that you are, by the way. I'm proud of you for setting boundaries. But what boundary did you set in 2025? Number 4, I want you to name something that you want it to manifest, and that it actually happened this year. Could not get that out. What is something that you wanted to manifest in 2025 and it actually happened this year? So something you manifested all in the span of one calendar year. Name something about that, okay? And the last one that I have for you, the last journal prompt. What part of yourself are you most grateful that you have gotten to know, rediscover, or maybe even reclaim within the last 12 months? Okay. Over the span of 2025, what part of yourself are you the most grateful that you recently met? So maybe a new side of you, or that you rediscovered. Okay. And that's it. Those are your 5 journal prompts. You don't have to actually write about them. If you want to just take the time to think about them, you can. I love the journal prompts that I come up with, but I don't always write them down. Sometimes I just take a moment to think about what they mean to me and where they are, This week there will not be a collective tarot reading. This is something that I wanted to make short and sweet because I do have a lot of recordings that have to get done. But you know what we are going to do is we're going to check my phone, because I know that we still have a text from Spirit this week. One sec. Oh, we got a text from Spirit. And the text from Spirit this week says, 3737, inner harmony. Seek inner harmony and balance. Your inner world reflects your outer reality. Okay. Putting out the new moons for aligning with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast. And since this is the month of gratitude, I do just want to tell you, as I've said before, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, the top of my heart, the middle of my heart, all sides of my heart, that I am forever grateful for you. As I said before, this season started off really rough for me. And I didn't lose a dog. I lost my best friend. So the fact that you took the time to send me condolences, or just tell me that you were sitting with me, or that your own grief brought you to me, means everything. And I just want to tell you that. I just want to say that before I close out the show. I also want you to take a moment to really think about what you're grateful for in 2025. And of course we do this a lot at the end of the season, but I wanted to do it before that, because for Lua Nova, November is when we take the time to say we are grateful to our ancestors for everything that they did to make sure that we get to have the life that we want today. All right. And with that being said, when it comes to manifesting, it's not about just checking off things on a list. That's, of course, something I, as a Virgo, enjoy, but that is a small part of it.